Hi everybody, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, some people weren't having a very fantastic day. I have a cruise ship still stuck in port after that storm and the repairs needed for the cruise ship. I have another cruise ship that had a flood on board the ship. We have a cruise line announcing brand new entertainment on board. And then we also have, speaking of brand new entertainment, Princess Cruise Line is launching a new artist thing for performers on their ships coming up in the very near future. And it's kind of a good thing. So first off, let's talk about the Viking Vela. And I forgot to mention this in the last time I was talking about this ship, but it's pretty much a brand new ship, right? It's their newest ship for Viking Cruise Lines. This is only its 4th sailing ever. And so it's been rocked by a little bit of interesting start. The very first cruise it got rocked by rough weather to begin with and had to miss some ports. Now, on its 4th one, it got caught in a storm on the way to Norway, and well, it's got damage to the ship somewhere, propulsion issues and severe rough weather, and they had to pull into Oslo. And they've been there now. Was supposed to be 3 days. They were going to stay till Thursday and then set sail again, but apparently they're still there. I checked this morning, they're still, and no sign of leaving yet. And according to reports, they say it's because of more bad weather out there. Now, to be fair, other ships like Hurtigruten have been diverted as well from this area due to some rough seas. However, a lot of people on board are saying now that the communication just isn't there right now. We were told at the last minute we're not leaving tomorrow, kind of thing. And they're now saying if this goes on more and more, that compensation that they offered doesn't seem quite as good, right? It seemed like a pretty good deal. If you're only going to miss 3 days of a 12-day cruise and you're going to get 60% of your money back plus a new drink package, etc., that sounded pretty good. Now, if you miss 8 days of your 12-day sailing, maybe that doesn't sound as good, right? So we're going to have to wait and see. But as of today, that ship is still in port, which must mean it's either, people are even speculating that the ship isn't seaworthy yet, and I don't know about that. I think they're being extra precaution. They just got caught in a big storm, and you don't want to go out into another storm and have the same thing happen once again. So no, I'll err on the side of caution on this one. They're just being overcautious. Next, we have a P&O cruise ship. A passenger is reported being woken up around 2 a.m. in the morning with alarms sounding, and they look down at the floor and their cabin is flooded. Their carpet is soaked. Now, it's not 6 inches of water, it's wet carpet, shall we say, but they were told to head down to, I believe it's Brody's on board at 2 o'clock in the morning, and it took about 2.5 hours before they were told that they can go to a different cabin to get back to sleep. Apparently there's about 25 passengers affected by this, and they were all down in Brody's waiting for this to happen. And then they are just saying that nothing was done after that. Like, no one told us anything. No one was giving us any information. We went down to customer service. They didn't even know there was a flood. And finally, around 2 o'clock the following day in the afternoon, they were told the cabin that they were put in is the cabin that they're going to keep. Now, they're not happy with the cabin. Now, this cabin is a smaller cabin in a worse location, and it now has 2 single beds as well, and it's right in an area where you hear the thrusters from the ship. It's right underneath them, and so they said they're woken up every single morning that they're pulling into port, and they said, well, they said they're going to give us compensation, but they haven't been offered anything yet. So not a great situation there going for those folks. And yeah, and they also, one thing that was concerning, they said they headed back towards their cabin to see what was going on and grab a few things, and lo and behold, all the cabin doors were open no crew members were to be seen, and they had the fans open, but meanwhile all their stuff is inside their cabin. And anybody could have just walked in, grabbed whatever, and walked out. Now, it's a cruise ship, there's cameras everywhere, but it's still not a great thing that knowing that, hey, people could just walk in and out of my cabin. Yeah, I don't think I would like that very much. Let's talk about some entertainment. Region 7 Seas has announced that they have 6 brand new shows coming to their fleet. And they're saying it's going to elevate the entertainment experience on board to fulfill the ultra luxury feel that you should be getting when you're sailing on a Region 7 Seas cruise. Now, these are luxury cruise lines, right? But one of the things I notice when I'm on their ships is the entertainment is generally much lower. Like the singers and everything are fine, etc. But the production shows are usually much less than you will find on the large cruise lines. You're not going to see Mamma Mia or Hairspray or Beetlejuice or any of those. Burn the Floor even. You're not going to see those on a Region 7 Seas ship. So I'm hoping that the new shows that they're bringing out will elevate that entertainment to that caliber. Doesn't have to be Broadway style, but more thought put into the production numbers with telling stories. And that's what they say they're going to do. They're going to tell stories that will immerse the audience in the performances. And I think that's what they need more than just a bunch of random songs put together with a few dance numbers in between. It makes it much more interesting to watch. Next, Princess Cruises is the official now cruise line of the Country Music Academy of Artists. And so they are partnering with them, and they're going to be bringing on up-and-coming country artists to play in some of the big stages on the cruise ship, where the artists get to meet fans up close and maybe get some new fans out there. And they're going to be doing this on the Regal Princess coming up starting in February. And they're going to be featuring many new up-and-coming country artists, including some that have been on America's Got Talent. Some of them have been, up-and-coming music artists of the year, this kind of thing. We're not talking about some person that they just found randomly in a bar. We're talking about people who are on the rise, will be coming to a Princess cruise ship. So if you're a fan of country music or music at all, and who knows, you might see the next big country singer coming. You might see the next Shania Twain. I'm partial to Shania Twain. I've met her. I like her. So that's why I kind of I'll go back to Shania Twain. I know it's a few years back, folks. I know it. But she's still one of my favorites. But I mean, you might see the next up and coming star before they became the star. And how cool would that be? I saw them win. And I think that is a good partnership for both the cruise line and the Country Music Awards. And I'd like to see that happen for other different artists on maybe other cruise ships. Now, they won't be performing on the main stage, but they will have the biggest lounge on the ship to perform, and they can sing their own music. They don't have to do cover songs. And I think that is a terrific idea. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think, hey, I better get some really good compensation if my cabin is flooded? They put me in a smaller, noisier cabin. I think I deserve some compensation for that. Let me know what you think that compensation should be. What would be fair? And until next time, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.